Hello and thanks for tuning in. I'm Holly Shields here for Kalkine Media, welcoming you to Executive Corner Expert Talks Canada. And today we'll be exploring Peloton Minerals. And the best way to do that is to sit down with CEO Ted Ellwood. Ted, thanks for joining me today.
Thank you for having me.
It's great to have you on the show. Now, Peloton Minerals holds diverse exploration portfolio centered in Montana and Nevada. Could you take us through the company's focus?
Sure. First of all, we are explorers, not miners. Our end game is to find deposits and sell the deposit or the company to major mining companies, not to mine the deposit ourselves. Our focus, therefore, is to explore for what we believe the major mining companies want, being big copper and big gold deposits. So in North America, if you're looking for big copper, you go to Montana, and if you're looking for big gold, you go to Nevada.
Thanks for that explanation there. Very well said. I think that distinction is important, that you are explorers and not miners. Now, October
Right.
saw geophysical surveys begin at the Golden Trail property in Elko County, Nevada, which is one of your projects there. What can you share with us about the progress at this site?
That AMT survey is very interesting as it uses massive computing power to generate a detailed map of what's going on below surface to quite some depth. That the data collection portion of that survey has been completed, and now the computers are grinding away and processing that data for preparation or to generate the map. We have an extensive amount of gold at surface on that property, and over a number of summer programs, we've been trying to track down, where the source of that gold was. We think that, with indicating minerals and what have you, we've tracked down to an area where we think we might be right on top of it, and so we're using this AMT survey to try to get a map and get a picture of what's going on down there. And if we can get a vent type target that for drilling, that would be very compelling. Also in Nevada, we've got two other projects, as you mentioned. We've already identified similar, very compelling drill targets are there. So depending on the results of this program, once we get that, we'll be putting together our 2023 drill plans for the coming season.
Very exciting stuff. It's safe to say you've made some great headway there, and the site is full of potential. Speaking of potential, the Boulder Copper, I hope I'm saying this correctly, a porphyry property in Jefferson County in Montana as well, boasts significant potential. What are some of the key factors that make the project so attractive?
Yes, the potential of that copper asset is also very significant. There's no question about that. The Boulder Copper Porphyry is a known mineralized porphyry system that is located only 16 miles from Butte, Montana. And for background, Butte, Montana was the biggest copper porphyry mine that was ever discovered in North America. It mined for well over 125 years. The boulder is considered to be cogenetic with Butte. It was formed at the same in the same geologic setting. It was formed at the same time, and it's likely that it shared the same mineralizing source. The boulder, though, is deeper than Butte, so it hasn't had the same kind of attention. That is changing with the work that we're doing now, and I think the drill program that we're planning for that property in 2023 should attract an awful lot of attention.
Absolutely, very well said there. Now, just to touch on copper there, according to recent studies, demand for the metal is expected to grow from around 25 million tons in 2022 to over 50 million by the year 2035, which does signal a massive potential supply gap. So I'd like to know, how well is Peloton positioned to capitalize on this?
That's exactly right. I think every analyst, copper analyst in the world, is calling for a major supply gap, especially with the green transition. In my view, this is the perfect time to bring a copper exploration project of the size and potential of the Boulder property to the public markets. As we say, the world desperately needs big copper discoveries, and I won't speculate on what the upside would be of anything close to another butte was discovered, but I can certainly leave that kind of speculation up to you.
Right, very well said there. Now that the Boulder property was acquired last year through Peloton's subsidiary Celerity Mineral Corporation, what can you share with us about the company's plans for Celerity?
Right. We plan to spin Celerity out as its own publicly traded company in 2023. To do so, our shareholders will receive a dividend of Celerity shares, and Peloton will keep a decent chunk of Celerity stock on our books. The timing of that spin out hasn't been set yet, and the record date for the dividend hasn't been set yet either. So there's still time for new potential Peloton shareholders to get involved, participate, and to receive that dividend.
Very well said there. Certainly time indeed to get involved in that. Certainly exciting stuff and a very exciting time for you. Now, moving forward, what are some more of the key catalysts perhaps on the horizon for Peloton that we can keep an eye out for?
In terms of catalysts that could impact on the stock price, hopefully positively, there's quite a list actually on the horizon. First of all, there are two geophysical surveys that were completed in 2022 that we'll be releasing in 2023. One at the gold project in Nevada that we spoke about, and one at the copper project in Montana. At the copper project in Montana, we are compiling all of the older historical data into a modern GIS digital format, which gives us a lot better bird's eye view of the situation. And while it's not complete yet, it's starting to present a very, very large footprint, much bigger, I think, than any of us had anticipated. That GIS work and the geophysical survey will be included in a final geological technical report that we will publish as part of the going public process. So the world will get to see the size of that footprint that I'm speaking about at that time. There will also be the Celerity dividend to Peloton shareholders before Celerity goes public. And in Nevada, we're planning a 2023 drill program once we receive the the pending geophysical results. And same in Montana, we're planning a 2023 drill program for copper. Again, which we'll finalize once we receive the pending geophysical results from there. So it promises to be a busy and exciting time for Peloton over the next 3 months, 6 months, and a year. I might summarize by saying that in my view, the quality of our exploration portfolio is phenomenal. Every project, gold or copper, has elephant-sized potential, and we're certainly hunting in elephant country. The upside on any one of our projects could be explosive.
Absolutely, very well said there. It does absolutely sound like you have a very big year ahead of you in the near term and in the long term especially. But with that said, thanks very much for coming on and sharing those insights with us. It's been an absolute pleasure to have you on the show.
Again, thank you very much for having me.
Thanks for your time as well, viewers. If you've just joined us, that was Ted Ellwood, the CEO of Peloton Minerals. And if you missed any part of that chat, you can catch the full interview here on our YouTube channel at Kalkine Media. I'm Holly Shields.